The late 90s was unquestionably crazy, hedonistic, mental, just fun-filled. We just had the best time. I started Pure Sea about 7 years ago. We're trying to combat the balloon fetish that's going around with all the kids doing the balloons.
They're everywhere, you see those things.
Do you have any crazy stories that you'd like to share?
10 years working for Manu Mission, space carry-on, clockwork and everything else.
Every week.
Where do I start? My cousins went in the mid-80s, and I think I'd heard about Ibiza through them. When I started going there, mid-90s, I used to say to my cousins, come back out, I said, no, you guys have ruined it. So every decade, and probably people in the 70s would say the same.
Same thing, yeah.
You people in the 90s ruined it.
Welcome to Ibiza Hall of Fame. My name is Clara, the host, and alongside me is Big Al, the co-host. Today we have a special guest with us who was a performer at Manu Mission during an era where the parties were wild and also very artistic and very creative. She is now the founder and director of Pure Sea, a non-profit organisation dedicated to protect and replenish the future of our oceans. Please welcome Lisa Good. Hi Lisa, thank you so much for being on our show with us.
No worries.
So let's start at the beginning. When was the first year that you went to Ibiza?
I think 94, I went on a holiday, and then 95, I went on another holiday, and I kind of didn't come back.
It's a similar story to a lot of us. A lot of us went on a holiday, loved the place, and carried on, basically.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the story for a lot of people in Ibiza. They got the bug straight away.
Exactly. I mean, I when I first got there, I stayed at Cala del Moro, where Kenya Bar was.
Which was Tony Oneto was DJing, wasn't it?
It's now Monkey, yeah. It was just dust-filled car parks.
It's not as nice as it is now, is it?
I don't know. I kind of preferred it like that. I know it's all high-rise.
But it had the swimming pool, though, didn't it?
Kenya had the swimming pool, and there was still the other little bar next to it, and there was the Abarat. And where we were, it was literally gravel and dust all the way down to the beach, as far as Cala de Gracia. And I thought, is this Ibiza? Is this it? And
it's a little bit rocky, not particularly nice on that side.
And now there's the whole promenade that goes all the way around to the bay.
Fantastic, that promenade.
But I didn't know anywhere else for those first 2 days. I thought, this can't be what everybody raves about. So I found myself in the West End on the second night, managed to battle through the PRs all the way down, thinking, my goodness, this is crazy. And I just fell in love with it straight away.
Even though it wasn't the nicest part of Ibiza, you still fell in love with it.
No, I did. And I did spend my first, when I went back to work there, I did work in the West End for a while. And I met so many friends that are still really good friends of mine now. And the West End people kind of stuck together, and we'd all go out clubbing afterwards to Amnesia, all get the buses together after work. And it was a real sense of community and love, and the vibe was just alive back then. This was pre-Ibiza Uncovered as well. So
before the masses knew.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I did love it. I did love it that first year.
Yeah, so 94 would have been the year that all the other promoters turned up. I was there prior to that, 6 years before. Yeah. But 94, a lot of people sort of think Ibiza started in 1994 because of Manu Mission, because of Minister of Sound, because of Renaissance, because of Clockwork Orange. That's when it really exploded. But obviously, I was there with Black and White for many years before. But tell us about your Manu Mission days.
Well, the following year, I went back out and I was working at the West End, and I'd seen Johnny Dwarf and Debbie Redhair and Heather walking up the West End in these Y fronts with just a little sign going, Manu Mission, Manu Mission. I said, what's that? And people were like, it's a big club out in the hills. I thought, I really want to go and have a look. And I went down there, and I swear to God, I will never forget walking into that venue.
Blows your mind, doesn't it?
For the first time, I've got goosebumps now. It was incredible. And I found myself on the little platform opposite the pool, and I danced all night. And I was gobsmacked by the vast amount of people in there, the things that were going on, and I thought, I want to work here.
Yeah. Well, can you imagine my first ever party in Ibiza was 1990. Yeah. Open air at Pooh.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was open air that
No,
year,
they put the roof on. They put the roof on in the 90s. Yeah.
Because it was Coo then.
Yeah.
Amazing.
What do you prefer, open air?
The open air is fantastic.
Yeah,
The
I
open
can
air,
imagine, right?
Amnesia. When we used to go after work, I think it was still up. Your Ronson had started then, but I remember it was open air on the terrace, and the bongo player would play, and the music would stop, and the bongo player would carry on playing, and people would just be dancing to the sun coming up over your heads. It was just. You can't.
There's a lot of percussion in Ibiza because of the hippies and everything else.
Yeah, of course.
There's a lot of that stuff going on. So that's just relevant, basically.
Yeah, it was. And it felt very Balearic. It was very different then. You know, we have to move with the times, and things have changed, and it's all super clubs and lasers, of course. And we have to move with the times. My cousins went in the mid 80s, and I think I'd heard about Ibiza through them. So then when I started going there, mid-90s, I used to say to my cousins, come back out, I said, no, you guys have ruined it. So every decade, and probably people in the 70s would say the same.
Same thing, yeah.
You people in the 90s ruined it.
Yeah.
But the late 90s was unquestionably just crazy, hedonistic, mental, just fun-filled euphemism that just, we just had the best time.
So we ask a few questions. One of my questions to ask is, who's your favourite DJ?
Oh my God, this is very icky because obviously Lisa Loud is with us today. Most of my friends are DJs. I'm blessed with DJs that come and play for me. I've lived my life with them. And it's really hard because every DJ is amazing. I think one that holds the most memories for me, I think Brandon Block, through the decades, has managed to chuck out. I'm a very eclectic, I couldn't be a DJ, I don't know most music, but every decade, I would be on the dance floor with Brandon, and he would chuck out some kind of crazy eclectic kind of track that would simply just move with the flow. And I would stand there and go, oh my God, how have you thrown this out there? And everybody loves it.
I would say about Brandon, he's always had good music choice.
Yes,
he chooses good music.
But I can't say I've got a favourite DJ because I love them all. It's, and they're all my friends and I just love them. But Brandon over time has thrown out some tracks which and he will still play some.
He started DJing for me in Broadway Boulevard back in the late 80s. I was the first one, I think, give him a job.
Amazing. But everybody's era is different, and just, I'm blessed with DJ friends, and they all are incredible in their own right, and it's hard to say who's your favourite because I love all of them.
Normally people, when I ask that question, they normally throw a few names out. That's what they tend to do.
Exactly.
Obviously the usual ones come out like Cole Cox and the rest of it, but there's normally...
Never actually been anywhere where Cole Cox has played.
It's very good.
So technically, he can play anything as well.
And I've just seen him in Thailand actually, and he just blew the roof off some things. And I do love his choice of music, but I've never gone somewhere for DJs. I've gone somewhere for the crowd and for the atmosphere, and when my friends are going, and obviously. But
we're from a different era, really. The new era is just about the DJ. Yeah. The older era is about dancing and atmosphere and everything else.
I just follow my friends, and as I said, a lot of my friends are DJs, and if we're all going somewhere or they're going to be playing somewhere, I'll go there to support them and be with them, and I'll just have the best time because they're playing and they're in their environment doing what they do, and I buzz off seeing them being happy and playing their music, and it's.
That's what we all love. We all love the music, don't we?
It's support as well at the end of the day too.
So it's another thing I always ask the guests about the magic of Ibiza. I mean, it has got some kind of magic.
I'm tingling now. Some people don't get it.
But you don't go back if you don't get it, do you?
No.
It's people like me and you keep going back.
Yeah.
We've been bitten by it, and we can't get enough of it.
And what draws you back?
We don't know. That's the question.
Right. There's a magnet there.
As you're saying that, it is the magnetic. It's Ibiza. It's the second most magnetic place in the world. Yeah. That's the only thing I can put it down to, because I'm not particularly spiritual. No. I don't believe in God and everything like that. No. So for me, it's got to be the magnetism. It can only be that, really. Yeah. But some people, it's the spiritual side of it and all that kind of stuff.
It does take some people's souls, and I do believe there is some form of something there that if originally you're drawn to it for a reason, and you just keep going back. For me, I did fall in love with the club scene, and I lived for working for Manumission, Space Carry On. I just, every single year when I had to go home for the winter, it's all I thought about. It was the costumes. What am I going to do next year? Yeah. What am I going to do that's going to be crazier than last year?
Isn't it? It's the excitement.
But now, it's not just that, because times have changed. I don't do the super clubs, and I love going north of the island. And my thing that I do every single year when I go back in April for my meetings to organise my events is go straight up to Calanova, and I sit on Calanova Beach with the little original fish shack, and I sit there on my own, and it's my time, and that crystal blue clear water.
That's one of the questions. Is that your favourite place? Well, there you go. It's one of our questions.
Yeah. So a few of my very, very good friends live up in San Juan, and I go and stay with them just to spend some family time with them. And we go up to Calanova. I love San Carlos. I love San Gertrudis. But when I go to the beaches by myself or with my friends, that to me is a real Ibiza.
Well, a lot of people think that, you know, party and crazy Ibiza is that, but it's got other sides to it. You know, it has got the chill out thing. It has got some lovely restaurants. It's not just the madness, is it?
The food and the wine, just amazing.
This is magnetism. You put it down to.
Definitely.
That's what I put
some are. You know, I am. It is. I've been all over the world. I've lived in
There's
Australia.
Nothing like it, is there?
No, there's not. I went all around Thailand. I lived in Australia. I have been to America. I've done a lot of Europe, you know, but something just drives me back there. And I'm blessed to be accepted, you know, with my charity there now, to be part of the government and working with the council, to raise my charity in the place that I know and love, you know, and to be able to go back and give something back to the island that gave so much to me.
So tell the viewers a little bit like what you do with the...
Yeah, with the charity.
I started Pure Sea about 7 years ago. If it wasn't for my incredible supporters, the DJs, the people around me that have wholly supported me from the minute till now, I don't think I would be where I am. It was something that when I lived in before Australia, I learnt to dive in Thailand. And I fell in love with the underworld and sharks. I did a lot of night diving.
Different world under there, isn't it?
It's amazing. It's incredible. We didn't have the initial plastic plight and plastic pollution issue, I think, when I was living in Australia. It hadn't come to light then. Even though under the sea, it was starting to build up. When I left Australia and got back to the UK, I started to discover that there was a lot of issues with the plastic that was forming in the ocean and damaging the wildlife, which I loved. I have been a campaigner and activist for animals for a long time. I've always supported animals and tried to be their voice with a lot of campaigns around the world, like Bricks for Bears, for shark finning, for lots of different entities which help save animals. But the plastics in the ocean became something huge to me, because the ocean, if we don't have the ocean, we don't live.
Well, I mean, it's been proven. I mean, nearly every animal in the sea has got plastic in it, hasn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
The walrus up in Antarctica, which is 200s of thousands of miles away from any human, has plastic in its feces, which goes to show the currents are taking the microplastics up there. We have plastics within our brains. You know, brains are being cut open now, and there's plastic in our brains and microplastic through drinking bottles of water, through taking tablets. You can't imagine the pain that an animal in the ocean goes through, dying of starvation with plastic. These whales are cut open and their bellies are full of plastic, but they've died from starvation. It's catastrophic. It's sad. We have...
It's a great cause you're doing.
Damaged this ocean, yeah. I mean, even this weekend, we're heading out to Seaford. We're going down because a container ship has capsized, causing 9 different container ships to crash into the ocean, spilling their cargo.
I did see that on the news, funny enough.
Oh my God. It's heartbreaking.
There was like chips, tons and tons of chips.
Bags of onions, masks, which were ridiculous.
And the containers were washing up as well, weren't they?
Exactly. Yeah. And the seals are choking on these, the plastic. So we're taking our team down with a load of other amazing...
There's already people doing it already, isn't there? I did see it on the news.
SAS, who we work with, are down there already. So we're going down this weekend to try and pick it all up.
That's why you're getting this award today, because your stuff in Ibiza, obviously, and the work that you're doing.
When you love an island so much and you can see the catastrophic damage that people are doing, you know, this year alone, Pepita has got back to me and let me know that they have now banned cigarettes on a lot of the beaches in San Antonio. We're trying to combat the balloon fetish that's going around with all the kids doing the balloons.
Well, they're everywhere, you see those things.
It's awful. People don't realise that the minute a balloon hits the sea, it starts to smell and taste of salt and it looks like a jellyfish. So turtles,
really?
They're choking on them. They're dying from them. Seabirds, seals, a lot. It's really sad. Ibiza beaches are littered with rubbish. It was 4 years into us doing Pure Sea that the council actually started to look at what we were doing, and we had 3 schools come down last year and support, and they absolutely loved it. Having the children on the beach was amazing.
It's educating people, isn't it?
Exactly, education is
The right
key.
way.
But we made the headlines last year in the Spanish news, and having the 3 schools come down was just amazing to have them all come along and really get
Teach them
involved
young.
in what we're doing. Yeah, exactly. Education is key to preserving our oceans now, because our generation has up, basically, excuse my French, but it's down to the next generation to learn and preserve, educate, and just move on with what we're doing, and for them to follow suit in what we're doing is amazing.
That's good. It's all good.
In Ibiza, who are the 3 most influential people for you?
It's hard because when I went out there as a little nobody, all these great big figures, back then we didn't have social media or Facebook or anything, and you'd hear of John Satrincho, you'd hear of Alfredo, you'd be surrounded by these incredible DJs and people. I work for Manumission, and now I can honestly say Dawn Hindle, who was one of the founders and successors of Manumission, she recreated Pikes. I used to watch her and see her, and her amazing gymnast.
Is this Andy's partner?
Andy's wife, yeah, Andy's ex-wife. She still is a really good friend of mine. She invented all these incredible ideas. She was always very lovely to me when a lot of people never really took the time to take any notice of me. And she redeveloped her Ibiza Rocks. She recreated Pikes. And I just used to be in awe of her. I loved Mike and Claire and I love Andy, but Dawn was just such an insight and an inspiration to me and an influence. And I've told her, I saw her a few months ago and I said, you always inspired me because I loved what you had, what you brought to the island, what you created, and the people around you. I was just in awe of. Tony Annetto, one of my really good friends. He's one of the first people I ever met on the island, and he didn't know me from Adam.
Well, he's Tony. He was, I'd say, the only Spanish DJ to welcome us to the island, where the others
didn't. And he's
didn't.
very welcoming. He would do anything for me. He's like my brother from another mother, as he calls me, but obviously I'm his sister. But he didn't know me, and he invited me to a family barbecue. I'm really good friends with his sons, with his ex-wife. Luca comes and plays for us. Tony will come and support all of my events as well. And he is just incredibly helpful, informative, and would do anything. Do you remember the lady that dressed in the wedding dress with the panda and the beach
No, the bear lady with the
bear lady.
Yeah. She's been there forever. PP, her name is.
Is her name PP? I never knew that, but I used to watch her, and I loved her flamboyant craziness.
If you touched her bear, she'd go crazy.
I know, and she
Was she a performer?
No,
bear lady?
no, she
just did it.
She was just there. She was.
And I just
really?
used to love her.
We sort of called her the crazy lady, but she used to. It was like almost like a bear rucksack type thing, wasn't it? But we're talking about the 90s. We're not talking like now.
Where is she now?
I haven't seen her, but
Let's find out where she is.
yeah, we need to find out.
Let's bring her.
She was quite. She's not. She was never young back then.
No,
so
she wasn't.
She was older than me.
She wasn't very approachable, but she was always there, and I used to look at her and go, if I lose my marbles, if things don't work out for me, and I can end up on a beach in Ibiza and just roll around in the sand in a wedding dress with my panda, I will live out my days.
Fantastic, yeah. You're not the only one who said her. I think
Really?
Alex P said her as well.
Did he?
Yeah,
Oh, Alex.
P.
We love Alex as
Because
well.
I think she was in love with Alex P, the truth be known. Because she followed him everywhere.
That might make sense, you know. Yeah.
So Peepee, yeah, her name was Peepee, yeah.
Brilliant.
I haven't seen her for a few years out there.
And do you remember Captain Birdseye that was always in Pasha?
Yeah, no, it's Nino. His name was Nino. He was a Swedish gentleman, and he used to come to all the early parties with us. He loved the English, the energy, the DJing, and all that.
He was great.
Yeah, we called him Santa because he had the big white beard. Yeah. But big character.
And there was another couple, always in hippie clothes, but came to everything, always in the back room at Manumission, always at Bora Bora. Always at Clockwork as well. They came to everything, and I haven't seen them for a long time.
Yeah, Nino
either.
was always in Ibiza town side. He never really came over to San Am, but he must have lived over that side of the island. But he's gone now, unfortunately.
Viva, Santa, PP, and Lino. Yeah.
Do you have any crazy stories that you'd like to share, or any memorable moments that stand out for you?
10 years working for Manumission, Space Carry On, Clockwork, and everything else.
Every week.
Where do I start? I don't know. I mean, peeling potatoes on the floor in Manumission. I think my favourite was probably, as I said in a recent podcast, was I rolled out I was dressed as a bunny girl, and I rolled out a piece of green fake carpet and had a miniature fly moat and carrots and signs saying, please keep off the grass. and going up and down in a club filled with about 11,000 people around you.
Bizarre.
Keep off my grass, keep off my... People going, sorry, and people trying to pick up my carrots, leave my carrots alone. You know, that was, once you've kind of adapted this mad character for the night, you keep it with you. And, you know, I would peel those vegetables, sellotape them back on. And the best thing was, you'd see people in space the next day with their sellotaped up vegetables still walking around going, you know, it's there's too many.
There's a lot of stories. Some I want to forget, and some I don't mind remembering.
I get reminded of some, like the elastic bands, which I kind of would like to forget. But I was photographed in Mixed Mag with 22 elastic bands sort of around my face. There's been lots of things, but you know.
Where did you get your costumes from, and the Flomo as well?
we would La Cucagna was amazing. So originally the guys would go out and we'd do a La Cucagna shop. Dorian was involved in that, and before then it was Heather, and we'd go to La Cucagna and get the props and put them out. I would get the beginning of the week, we'd be told the theme of the night, and we'd get given something, but I went overboard, and I'd spend all week making my costume more elaborate, more crazy, and all the things that would go with it. I always had a chicken with me.
It evolves, doesn't it, when you do that kind of stuff?
And it became my world, it became my life, and I'd spend my entire week working out. And I was very lucky because they gave me, you know, the entrance to the black and white room, and there was that little dusty part with the palm tree on it. That was my space.
Okay.
So every week I would be given something to do something. I would create wigwams. I'd get washing machines in there. I would do something, create like a hotel room with a bed.
It's like being a child again, wasn't it?
Oh, it was. We never grew up, but that was my space for 3 years, and I recreated it every single week to be something. I'd invite people in, and do you want to paint my stones? Do you want to buy a bottle of water? Do you want to do this? Do you want to guess the name of the prawn? It was just mental, and I just lived.
A lot of people sort of always say it was about the sex, but it wasn't just about sex. It was performing. It was about
that didn't happen until 7 o'clock in the morning. You know, people go, "Oh, I won't go there because of the sex show." The sex show was a big part of it.
It's all got the headlines. It got the headlines.
It did. Of course, it did. You know, I used to be in the dressing rooms and watch the things be prepared for the night ahead. But it wouldn't be till people are leaving that song would come on. I will never forget that moaning song in my ears, and that's when it would happen. But then I'd be making my way to Space Carry On to get ready for that Tuesday morning, even more fun. I mean, my mum, people I knew, you know, we'd make the headlines in Ibiza. I was quite often on the news or on Good Morning Britain with my pubic wig and things like that, and my mum would be at work going, "Oh my God," and we'd be going, "Is that your daughter?" Yes, it's been a great time. But, you know, there were all these different aspects of Ibiza, and it would be portrayed in a very bad light.
Sometimes, not always.
Yeah, not
I mean, I think one of the worst things that ever happened to Ibiza was that Uncovered, because it showed it in a bad light.
Yeah, and the people that came in that year after that made a massive difference to the island.
Yeah, no, that definitely wasn't a good thing for Ibiza. It just showed the crazy party inside of it and that madness side of it.
It wasn't all drug fueled. I mean, I will still swear on my life now. I didn't used to take pills or anything back in those days. I couldn't bear it. I couldn't stand the thought of it. Tried one once, threw up. That was it for me. I used to base my life around, year bus. Yeah. I lived on the year bus. And that
I don't mind a year bus myself. Yeah.
You know, but, you know, I lived on the pure thrill of the hedonistic craziness and the buzz. And, you know, it was just great. I'm buzzing now. I want to go back. If a time machine could take us back.
We'll be back there soon. Yeah. We're all going back in April. You're going back in April. I'm going back in April.
Yeah, getting ready for Pure Sea Ocean Awareness Weekend.
Do you want to say anything about coming up for Pure Sea? Anything you got?
Yeah, so this weekend we are all heading to Seaford. A great big container ship has capsized, causing a lot of debris along the Sussex coast. So we've got that this weekend. We do have the great big Camden clean-up. We are provided with a skip from Jesus.
Down the rivers and down the canal.
Camden Riverside is terrible. So Jesus UK is sponsoring us, providing us with a skip. We've got the after party at the Cross. For people that don't know, with Pure Sea, we fundraise through parties. The fundraising money comes through people paying for tickets. The fundraising money goes towards our ocean schools. We did our first big ocean school in Wales this year. And we provided 10 students with an open awareness course to free diving, taking them out with the Weedy Sea kelp projects and things like that, which is so informative to them. And I do teach in the schools and Cub Scout groups and things like that. And then we've got our big Ocean Awareness Weekend in September, where we take kids out, we do the beach cleans, and we put on parties to fundraise, which is amazing. Very, very blessed with incredible DJs like Lisa Loud, who you're speaking to soon, who's a very good friend of mine, Alex P, Brandon, John Ulysses, and more. You know, we're really, really lucky to have such incredible support from amazing legends of Ibiza. You know, blessed isn't the word, it's, you know.
So it's almost like a part of a community in a way, that everyone is helping you out and supporting you.
I always say to people that, well, people don't realise that the dance music industry is like an extended family.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I mean, we're good friends with people that, you know, that we would never have met before without the dance music industry.
Yeah. 3 decades in, you know, we're
4
blessed
for
to
me.
still, 4 for you. Yeah, I'm still only 51, but yeah, still feeling the pinch now. But we are just blessed with the friends and family we have picked up along the way. And even though going through times where I was in Australia for 10 years, I didn't see these people, but to come back and touch base and start off where we left off, but really remold incredible concrete friendships is just, and we support each other. And that's what this is about. That is what this is about. And without each other, we wouldn't have this.
So I've just got a couple of fast track questions. Some of them you've already answered. But what is your favourite restaurant?
Sakapaya, definitely. Before it changed hands, it was the most...
Still Sakapaya.
Still Sakapaya. But the
more
authenticity, but I loved the little waiters in their costume. I just loved it in there. It was just beautiful.
Javier has kept it similar, but he's changed the menu slightly. I keep moaning about there's no roast suckling pig, because I love a bit of roast. That was famous for that restaurant.
I did order that once and nearly threw up and had to send it back. And I went, no, I don't do pigs.
Talking about yerbas, they had their own special yerbas. I love that. And they give you the little bottle, didn't they?
It was a square bottle, and not a lot of people know, but yerbas is only found in Ibiza. And it's picked on the mountains, and it's incredible. It is a pick-me-up, it's a digestive, it's medicinal.
But my other favourite
Shouldn't drink too much of it, that's what they say.
No,
I would definitely try that out.
No, you must try
that sounds lush.
It's beautiful.
It's the island drink.
But my favourite restaurant for food, I think, is Destino, the tapas restaurant in San Jose. To sit there, especially when it's one of the nights that the church bells are ringing, and then you go to the little bar outside. I just love sitting in San Jose. It's quite authentic. But the food in Destino is incredible. Yeah,
there's so many great places to eat.
There is so many.
I mean, when I first went out there in the late 80s, it was only like the old-fashioned Spanish foods. There was nothing. Now it's incredible, the different restaurants. I mean, it really is one of the best places in the world for food now.
Las Dos Lunas back then, if you could afford it, was just beautiful outside of Amnesia, the one with the cow on the roof.
It's a nice looking building. I was never that keen, I must say. I mean, one of my favourite ones is Esbardado with Vedra. You're sitting at the restaurant looking at Vedra. Oh, you must go. And if you like the old Spanish waiters that do all that and tell you what you should eat, that's where you need to go, because they do that still. And it's fantastic.
I love authentic.
Have all the black rice and all that kind of, it's fantastic.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, Esbardado. And the greatest view there on the island.
I will be there in April.
Vedra.
Okay.
That's a good one.
2 more fast track questions. So what's your favourite venue in Ibiza, and what's your favourite beach?
Calanova, my favourite beach. I love it up there, especially before the tourists arrive. I know there's a few more places opened around Calanova on the other side, but the authentic fish shack is beautiful for a little bit of sea bass and lacania. Oh my God, it's just gorgeous.
You should get a bit of vegetables and the cooked fish, that's it, isn't it?
It's just lovely. And the crystal waters and the rocks. Favourite venue? Oh my God, that's really hard to say, because Space Terrace back in the day was just the one. I don't know now. I loved Pikes for the daytime. That's changed. I don't know.
There's lots to choose from, isn't there?
I don't have a favourite venue, actually.
All of them.
Go with the flow. I just love everywhere over there. What I love is the venues that have kept their authenticity, with the terracotta steps and the palm trees, and the places that have really
over modernised, yeah. You like the authentic, the Spanish look. You like the Spanish look.
I'm
which
not.
Is nice.
I'm not shiny marble and laser. You know, it's not my cup of tea. So you know, I walk into
rustic. You like that kind of look.
Venues,
So the whole reason of you being here today, Lisa, is to be inducted into our Ibiza Hall of Fame, and for all your good work you've done with Pure Sea, and this is your award.
I've never had an award in my life. Thank you.
Thank you very much, young lady.
Thank you so much. I love it. I've never had an award in my life for anything.
But it says it. I mean, it's a happy, smiley face. You know, it's typical Ibiza.
Great award.
Thanks so much. Thank you.
That's
It's been amazing being here today. I can't thank you enough.
Well, thank you for being here with us and for sharing your story as well. Your Ibiza story is incredible. Yeah, we'll be sort of following you around during your Pure Sea projects and so forth.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. And well done for everything that you've done. You know, you're an Ibiza legend in itself. Keep on keeping on.
I will do, as long as
Brilliant.
I can.
Yeah, exactly. If there's blood in our veins, we'll be in Ibiza.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So that's all we have today with Ibiza Hall of Fame podcast. To hear more from us, make sure that you like, subscribe, and follow us on all of our platforms.
See you soon.
See you soon.